All right, so what we're going to discuss today is visual literacy. I have to say, you guys did a great job using that black square challenge. However, someone pointed out to me that they're like, why are we doing this? So that was kind of my mistake that I didn't explain the purpose of doing these black square challenges. And the purpose of it is that during graphic design, you are creating visual literacy. Um, Pretty much what that means is the ability to communicate and understand through visual means. So, visual being like artwork, literacy being reading, text, okay, and combining those two and creating visuals of pictures, symbols, shapes to create a communication, a message to your audience. There's three ways of doing this, or there's three categories of visual literacy. One is representation. Okay, that's taking the elements of art such as shape, line, form, combining them in a way to represent the message that you want to convey. Design is the layout. Okay, it's the layout, how they're going to be placed within the frame that you're working with. The last one is the interaction. How are these shapes going to interact with one another to help that message be portrayed, as well as how is this going to interact with your audience? How is your message going to interact with them? Okay, how to create visual literacy. By using the elements of art, which are going to be known as the what, and arranging them by using the principles of design, the how to communicate a message. On either side here, you got the list of elements and principles. Then you have the elements of design. Line, shape, form, color, value, texture, and space are the what to help you create the how, which are the principles of design: pattern, contrast, emphasis, balance, proportion, harmony, and movement. We've gone over some of these in class, however, we have not touched base on all of them. So this is what we're going to do to get ourselves familiar with all the principles of design. So here's the example of the challenge that you had for the past couple days, the what. We use shape and the space, so if you overlapped, filled your frame, that was focusing on space. Principles of art was balance. So here's order by Luke, and you got tension by Janed. Just by showing the balance of the squares, these ones are placed right on top of one another, gives you a sense of order or a stableness. Where on this side, for tension, for Janed, the squares are changed, they are angled, they are twisted, and it looks like they're all about to fall over. So that gives you a sense of something being unstable, obviously, the opposite. So they are not balanced. So having that idea of balance is going to help convey the message that you are looking to do. Some of you are doing this and you had no idea that you were already using the elements of art and the how to convey these messages. The what, staying the same, shape and balance. For this one, Bold by Tyler Scott. Focus on using contrast, thinking opposites. Remember, bold means to stand out from everything else. So in order for him to accomplish this, he actually used contrast in size. See how large the square is and it's placed right in the center and little squares are placed around it? That helps create that sense of contrast and your eye automatically goes to that center square. Right? Again, the what, shape, and space are the same. Space this time is used by overlapping these squares and also filling the frame. This is increased by Duval, and it's focused on using the how, proportion, using smaller squares as they get larger and larger. So we are actually comparing the sizes of one square to the next to help create that message of increase or something increasing. Your assignment today is to create a Google Doc. The file name is going to be your first initial, last name, and principles of art. In this Google Doc, I want you to do a couple things. One is to define each of the principles of art in your own words. And when I say in your own words, I don't want you to copy and paste the definition from the internet. That does not show me that you understand the definition. Please make sure that you change it so you fully understand the definition. Here are the lists of the principles of art, the how. So you got pattern, contrast, emphasis, balance, proportion, harmony, and movement. once you are done defining them, I want you to find an image that relates to it in art. Show an example of each principle of art. So that means when you go to Google, I want you to type in proportion shown in art or proportion in artwork. Okay, I also want you to describe the reason for it. So, example, proportion. You can use this example. Refers to the relative size of one object compared to another. This image is a great example of proportion because the scale of the chick is compared to the objects around it, such as the farmer and the tractor, to show the abnormalcy in this artwork. Okay, so you need to include principle of art, an image, your definition in your own words, and why that image is a great example. This website that I provided here, you are more than welcome to use. I use this website a lot because it is very detailed and helps you understand with great images, and sometimes there's videos. Please do, again, come put it into your own words, and please do not copy and paste any of the images from Virtual Instructor, because that's telling me that, it's not telling me that you understand. You're just taking the information from the website and plopping it into a Google Doc. So I do want you to go to Google and look for each element of art in a piece of artwork that you would like to talk about. If you have any questions, please email me. If you are stuck, there are other things I can share with you to help you get through this assignment. This assignment will be due, what is today? The 18th. This will be due tomorrow by midnight.